Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Um, what I'm going to have you do in this short video is just be able to label other areas of the periodic table. We're going to learn about the properties of these elements in these areas next class. But for now, I just want you to be able to label a blank periodic table so that you can know these particular areas. Now, again, I would not put these areas and list them on a periodic table that you took notes on already. Meaning, don't write these names that I'm about to show you on a periodic table that has the S and the D and the P and the F blocks. Do not write these names on a periodic table that has just the metals and the non-metals and the metalloids listed out. So this is kind of, again, a separate map of the periodic table. And you need to know these areas, and you need to know which elements live. Well, not memorize, but be able to identify what elements are in these areas. So in column one, in this kind of like purple, these are called the alkali metals. And I just need you to know that column one are alkali metals. The exception to that is hydrogen, because hydrogen is not a metal. So hydrogen is not included in the alkali metals. I need you to know that in group 2, the second column, these are called the alkaline earth metals. So very similar to the alkali metals, a little different. We're going to go over the slight differences next week, but I need you to know that. I need you to know that group 17, I'm going to jump all the way to group 17, column 17. These are known as the halogens. Okay? So we need to be aware of that. And then group 18, we need to know that they are the noble gases. So let's write that in. So these are the noble gases. So these are the noble gases right here. So these gases are very special. They have full electron shells, and because of that, they don't react with other elements. We're going to learn about that next unit when we talk about chemical bonding and making up of chemical properties. This blue area in the middle, they're metals, but these have a special name, groups 3 through 12, right? So groups 3 through 12, all grouped together, they are our transition metals. And again, I'm going to use my heavy metal writing because, I'm a nerd, but you don't have to use the heavy metal writing. So transition metals. Sometimes some people will say transition elements. They're all metals, so they're transition metals. And then what we need to understand or know is that this whole grouping down here, they're known as the intertransition metals. Some people just say intertransition elements, but they're metals. But they even have special grouping names. This part of period 6, this top part here, these are called the lanthanides. And we know that because if you look on the periodic table, lanthanum is right here. And that's right before the start of the lanthanides. And then actinium, which is here, that is right before the actinides. So that will let you know that the actinides are starting because it has that that connection to it. So that's all I need you to know. I need you to take notes on that and place those particular groupings in the right spots. And if I were to ask you, hey, tell me about barium, you'd have to know, well, barium's an alkaline earth metal because it's in the second column. It's in group two. Or if I gave you gold, oh, it's a transition metal. If I give you chlorine, it's a halogen. So stuff like that. You just got to be able to identify an element, where is it on the periodic table, and match it up with these labels.